Okay, our story for today is Elly's Little Friend. Elly thundered through the grass to where her mother was grazing. Mama, Mama, she called out, I've made a new friend. Elly was proud of her news. She was the youngest elephant in her family, and she didn't do things by herself very often. Elly's mother nuzzled Elly with her trunk. I knew you could make friends if you tried, she said. Tell me all about this new pal of yours. Her name is Mindy, said Elly. She's smart and she's funny. We met under the big shady tree. That's my favorite spot to play, and it's Mindy's favorite spot too. As soon as we started talking, we knew we would be friends. Well, it sounds like you and Mindy are a lot alike, said Elly's mother. We are, said Elly. Why don't you invite Mindy for dinner? Said her mother. Then our whole family can meet her. Hooray, cheered Elly. Elly was so happy she raised her trunk and let out a loud trumpeting sound. She ran back to the big shady tree to tell Mindy the good news. You'll like eating dinner with us, Elly told her friend. My family gathers the most tender leaves. I'll make sure yours are torn up very small so you can eat them. My mother and my sisters can't wait to meet you. I hope they like me, said Mindy. They'll love you, said Elly. Mindy scrambled up onto Elly's trunk. Then the two friends went to meet Elly's family for dinner. Elly's mother and sisters didn't see Mindy at first. Mama, Elly said as she lifted her trunk, this is Mindy. A mouse, shouted Elly's sister. Elly's family stomped, thundered, and trumpeted away from Elly and her friend. Mindy watched Elly's family leave. They didn't like me at all, she squeaked softly. Elly smiled. They barely met you, she said. Once they know you, I'm sure they'll like you as much as I do. Maybe you should come to my house instead, said Mindy. My family should be eating dinner now. Do you like nuts? I love nuts, said Elly. Mindy and Elly set out over the grass. Mindy again rode on Elly's trunk. But it was worse at Mindy's house. Her family heard Elly's heavy footsteps coming and scampered away before Elly could say hello. Your family doesn't like me either, said Elly. How can they not like you? Said Mindy. They didn't even meet you. I don't understand. Mindy shook her tiny head sadly. If they'd talk to you, they'd like you as much as I do. Elly's eyes brightened. That's it, Mindy. I'll tell my mama and my sisters to just talk to you. Once they talk to you, they'll love you. I'll tell my family the same thing, said Mindy. As Mindy left to tell her family, Elly went to talk to her mother and sisters. She found them by the watering hole. Mama, if you'd just give Mindy a chance, said Elly, you'd like her. I know you would. I'm sorry, Elly, said her mother, but elephants have never liked mice. They dart around, said Elly's sister, and they squeak, added her other sister. Elly trudged back to the big shady tree, her trunk hanging low. Mindy was already there. It's no use, said Mindy. My family is afraid of you. They think you'll trample us. I wouldn't, said Elly. I know, said Mindy, and I would never hurt your family. Elephants and mice are a lot alike, said Elly. We both have lovely big ears. Elly picked up a stick and drew a picture of an elephant on the ground. Then Mindy picked up a stick too. She drew a picture of a mouse in front of her. We both have 4 legs and long skinny tails. Elly sniffed back a tear. Why can't our families see that? Mindy gulped. Maybe we shouldn't be friends. But I'd miss you, Elly said sadly. Her big tears turned the dust to mud. Elly's mother saw Elly crying from the watering hole. She ran up to dry off her daughter's tears with a large leaf. Mindy's mother saw Mindy crying from behind a tree. She ran up to wipe Mindy's face with a tiny leaf. The two mothers stopped to look at each other. Maybe our families are alike after all, said Elly's mother. Mindy's mother pointed to the drawings. Maybe we are. Elly and Mindy would be sad if we separated them, said Elly's mother. Mindy's mother nodded. We couldn't do that to them. We should try to get along. Elly's mother agreed. Soon Mindy's family got an elephant's eye view of the world, and Elly's family learned to enjoy the little things in life. The end.